Someone should give that guy some counseling. He saw some pretty traumatic stuff, I bet.
Yeah, he probably did. He's lucky to be alive.
Oh, Tom.
He had a cool name, man.
Tom Hawks, right? It's a good name. That's what I'm saying about these names. They're good. They're just not, very fantasy-like.
No.
No, they're great. I really like them.
You don't have
name my son
Reagan or
Tom Hawks.
Hollis or Corn.
You can't name your son Tom
Corn
Hawks.
bear. Corn good bear.
Tom Hawks.
Corn good bear.
That's a good corn barrel.
Yeah, you gotta have
Okay, so I see here that you've got 3 weeks until we let this gentleman out.
That's
correct?
what we said, yeah.
Okay, we'll be patient, but I gotta let you know that...
Patient. I love it, dude. I love it so much.
I gotta let you know that we will be following him in future endeavors because there is a slight...
That's your loss, man.
Man.
That guy, he'll get you killed.
If he doesn't pay me, I'm not following him anyway.
Yeah, that guy's broke, so he's not paying anybody.
Alright, well, thank you, fellas. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you,
We will.
I think we've gotten all the information we need.
So, fellas, what do y'all say we go visit that Mr. Tom?
For what?
I mean, I'm sure he knows quite a bit.
He might have actually seen and heard some stuff there. It's a good idea.
Let's do it.
Let's go do it.
To Tom!
Out of the two
Tom!
places, out of the two places that Tom would be drinking himself to death, you would assume that he's either at the Bard's Tail Tavern or at the other tavern.
The other tavern.
The one that Chad didn't even bother to remember the name of.
He's at Tavern 2.
It's gotta be the
Tavern
the
2.
Bard's Tale.
The One-Eyed Ogre. See, I had to look up because they had a good name for it.
Nice.
Very good.
He's either at the Bard's Tail Tavern or the One-Eyed Ogre, is what you would assume.
What do y'all say we split up? Y'all two go to whichever one you choose, and I'll go to the other one.
What if him and I choose different ones?
Then
you
I'll
you can go to the third one.
go to the third one.
That you make that. I want to go to the ogre one because that sounds tough, and I'm tough.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if you want to split up, I guess I'll go with him to the other one.
Okay, I go to the Bard's Tail because I feel like he'd be willing to talk.
I go to my debonair friend and I say, "Safe,
All
You
right.
don't have to worry about me, little fella.
little fella, my little scaly fella."
So you guys go to the One-Eyed Ogre, and so it's a big inn, and they have these two. So it's like a normal. You would assume it's probably 3 stories, and then there's a large porch awning, and it's an awning coming off of it with these 2 large beams, and kind of overhanging the awning is this large carved wooden one-eyed. It's a cyclops. Kind of like snarling. It's like just a big head kind of coming off of it.
It's kind of like that raccoon or possum from Goofy movie that you walk into.
Yeah. Like that. So it's a cyclops. And you walk in. And it's so it's probably 11, and you walk in and it's bustling. There's tons of people in there.
Such a great movie.
And they're having a great time. You would just assume that this place probably never sleeps. I mean, they're always kind of going crazy. So, 10 o'clock on a Sunday, and they're going for it.
It's like a Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a Friday night here.
It's just how we do.
And there's probably 50 people in the tavern, and it's just a rowdy tavern sort of situation.
Do we see Tom?
It's a big crowd. You can't see him from where you're at, no, if he's in there.
Do you see Tom? Because I can't see anything here.
You can make a perception check to see if you can kind of weave in and out of the crowd and see him.
I'm
As cheesy as a perception check in this is.
I'm freaking 8. I'm rolling horrible today. But it makes sense because I'm big. I can't get through tight crowds.
-1, 11.
11. You can tell that Tom's not here. That's what you can tell. And you go into the Bard's Tail Tavern, and it seems to be pretty quiet. They're playing like some soft music. There's a bar.
Soft jazz.
Yeah, like soft jazz, like what a bar actually would be like at 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
And sure enough, there's only 2 people in the tavern. One is a bard who's off in the corner, and he's just like kind of lightly strumming a lute and talking as if he's like trying to tell a tale, but obviously you can tell he's really bad, and he's probably pretty drunk. And the other person you recognize is Tom Hawks sitting at the bar, head down over a glass that you assume is probably hard alcohol.
I go to the bar.
All right.
And I order a shot of scotch. Sit next to him.
Yeah, it's a silver piece for scotch. Just so you guys know, conversion rates, by the way, 10 silver pieces is a gold piece, not 100.
Yeah.
So it's 10 silver pieces to a gold and 10 copper pieces to a silver.
Okay.
Just so you guys
So
know.
my 20 copper, it could just say 2 silver.
Yeah, exactly. You sit down next to him, and he doesn't even seem to notice you.
I order a shot. And I say, what brings you to this lonely place?
Yeah, you went Jamaican.
Place, man.
What brings you to this lonely place, man?
What's your race?
Tell me a sweet tale.
I am human.
Okay.
Tell me no lies.
Yeah, he just kind of like side looks at you, and he says, piss off.
Does he sound like that?
Yeah.
Way cooler than he should.
We didn't hear Tom laugh.
Other than he yelled for. That one guy.
My mom just texted me and she goes, I'm watching Dorks and Diets, I'm so confused.
Grayson's mom, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. You probably won't get it.
Hello.
And I'm debating being Jamaican.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
Jamaican
Jamaican dragonborn from the north.
I'm Jamaican Dragon Man.
I like it.
From icy northern.
Well, if you do that, then I'll make all dragonborns Jamaican.
Dude, that'd be
We
awesome.
sled much more often than other Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I have to figure out how to talk Jamaican.
It's
Yeah, he says, piss off.
I turn around and look at him. I don't think you remember who I am, good sir.
He says, no, I don't.
I do have to implore, where were you last week?
Last week?
Yes.
I don't even know what week it is. Been in here for years, I swear. Or it seems like it.
Like, that's not right.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure about anything anymore.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, I know my head's killing me.
What's the last thing you remember before being in this here bar?
Being in the bar yesterday.
Fair enough.
So here's the thing. My buddies and I saved you from a raiding encampment about a week ago. And now here we are, and you have no idea who I am. Does that bother you?
He kind of like looks up, and you can see him just like start to think. And he's like trying to remember. He's like, Raider encampment. That sounds familiar. How long ago was that?
You were there for quite a while. But only a week ago, my compatriots and I came to your accompaniment.
That sounds very familiar. He says, Walter.
Walter, yes, the
No,
young
Walter.
man that looks like Rick Moranis.
Oh, it's coming back to me now. You were the newbies he sent to come get me. Level 1s, right?
We were complete level 1s, fresh off the paper.
Wow. You came in to get me. Wow, that's Why'd you listen to Walter? Why'd you come get me? What do you know?
I know nothing. I'm actually here to hope that you know nothing, but I think this might be a fruitless conversation unless we can help each other remember more.
He says, well, this is coming back to me, but I was there for a while. In
You were there for a
small
long,
cage.
long time.
And in a cage in their barracks. And they would always hit it with swords, and it was so loud. I didn't have alcohol for weeks.
I'm glad you're here then.
I'm glad you.
Says what I do remember is those bandits. They kept me in their room, but I was locked away. I didn't see much. I don't know what you hope to get from me. I was just a prisoner.
I'm just hoping that maybe you either overheard some conversation, or you could let me in on what our friend Walter thinks about this situation.
He says, the only thing that keeps kind of running in my mind is the name Jack.
Jack.
I think he was there, and the guards were worried about him coming or something. They were cleaning. That's when they moved my cage. Jack Cooper? I think his name was Jack Cooper. He was someone coming to visit. I don't know who he was. That's all I can remember is that name.
This Jack Cooper. Do you know what kind of fella he was? Whether he looked tall?
I didn't see
whether
him.
he looked like maybe he was like a level 3 or something.
I didn't see him or could tell what his level was.
Okay.
Like that.
I see you. Well, thank you for your information. If you ever want our information, as in contact info or where to get a good drink, not this little dump, I'll definitely be able to help you out. I love this town, though I'm new here. My name's Hollis Brown.
It's nice to meet you, Hollis. I hope I can help you guys with whatever Walter had you on.
Spend your time thinking and a little bit drinking. I'll see you later, buddy.
I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna try and sober. If I run into you, I'll tell you if I remember anything.
Sounds great.
Good.
And I go to the one-eyed ogre.
All right. What do you guys? Did you just leave as soon as you
We actually, or I head to the Barktail Inn.
Yeah,
Chances
I would
are-
assume is when we find out
Yeah,
that he's
he's-
not there, we probably...
No,
Yeah.
you guys meet in the center of town.
Sweet. I say, who their child?
Yeah.
man?
You gotta learn like Jamaican.
I know, I kind of bit off a lot. I'm super excited. I say, what did you find out?
I love it.
This is so good.
You know, I'm excited about this.
I'm gonna just be like, I don't know what...
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I found our buddy Tom, and something peculiar happened after we got back into town. Something real strange, I have to say.
Jamaicans do that. They go,
And I feel it
I feel it, man.
deep in my wounds.
deep into my womb.
Just watch them punch around, man. Listen
Yeah,
to
just go listen to Hermes.
Yeah, just hear Hermes all of a sudden. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, our friend Tom, I stumbled upon him at the bar, and he had no idea who we were. Or who I was, at least. He might remember you folk, the better-looking folk of it.
It's a dragon.
I'm a dragon, he's a halfling. I guess we're more memorable.
That's true.
He might be into that. Just kidding. But it was real peculiar. He didn't remember a thing. Except just a few details about a man named Jack. Jack
Cooper?
Jack Cooper.
Jack Cooper.
I didn't give you guys information once, so.
That's
Really?
true. Well, yeah, it's always been like that. We're just good at like.
Remembering? I'm terrible at remembering.
Well, he writes it down and
Good.
it's archived on that.
Yeah, now you guys can rewatch it on the
Which is
stream.
pretty
It's the main
cool.
reason why we're streaming.
Yes.
Are we even through next?
And money. Give me
yeah,
money.
No, I try to talk
But
to
right
Chris
now.
about it, but-
I was gonna say that.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
Our friend Jack. I don't know much about him, but I guess he's the intimidating type.
No, I don't recall any Jacks, man.
He came upon this here raider encampment when we were out, and I guess just shook all types of terror amidst these raider folk. They moved his cage, cleaned up, one even phoned his mother in case Jack called and asked if he called his mother or not. I'm glad he did though. She's going through quite a business, and he hadn't checked up on it except for just to run in the car.